Good morning, students. Myself, Major Komal Katyal, Department of Zoology, GK Govani Government College, Bhinmal. Today, we'll begin a series of lecture on embryology, and first of all, we will begin from the gametogenesis. And in the gametogenesis which occurs in the male individual is known as the spermatogenesis. The spermatogenesis, which is a type of gametogenesis, occurs in the male gonad, which is a primary sex organ and present in the male individual. It is known as testes. Here we will discuss about the testes of mammals, or in simple word about the mammalian testes. Now, mammalian testes at the time of development, it means during the embryonic stage, it is present inside the abdomen. It means it is abdominal, and later on it becomes extra abdominal, except there are few mammals in which testes is present inside the abdomen. मतलब अधिकतर जो स्तनधारी हैं उनके अंदर जो वृषण है वो वृषण कोश के अंदर उपस्थित होता है, और वृषण कोश क्या होता है, उदरी गुहा के बाहर होता है। कुछ ऐसे स्तनधारी हैं जिसमें उदरी गुहा के अंदर ही वृषण पाए जाते हैं। Now look at the slide which shows the structure of testes. The outermost layer, which is known as the tunica albuginea, and inside the tunica albuginea there are large number of lobules are present, and the testes consist of large number of seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules, if we cut a cross section of a seminiferous tubules, we can see various types of cells in the stage of spermatogenesis. Now, the peripheral layer of the spermatogonia or sperm mother cell, that is known as the germinal epithelium. In between the groups of spermatogonia are present tall columnar cells which are known as the Sertoli cells. The large number of seminiferous tubules are held together by connective tissues, and these connective tissues have certain specialized cells, and these cells are known as interstitial cells of Leydig, as you can see in the diagram. The spermatids which undergo differentiation into spermatozoa remain embedded in the cytoplasm of the Sertoli cells. It means the Sertoli cells are basically responsible for providing nourishment to the developing spermatids. The Leydig cells which are present in the interstitial are responsible for secreting the male hormone, or simply we say they are responsible for secreting the androgens, the testosterones. Now, what is spermatogenesis? It is a process through which male gametes or sperms are formed in the male gonad, which is a primary sex organ. It takes place in the seminiferous tubules of the male gonad, which is testes. We have already seen it. The cells of germinal epithelium starts this process. The Sertoli cells, which are columnar elongated cells, provide the nourishment to the developing cells, and interstitial cells of Leydig secrete the male hormone. This is what we have discussed. Now, let us briefly discuss the structure of a spermatozoon. A spermatozoon has three clear-cut body segments. One, the head portion or the head region. The second one is the mid region or the middle piece, which is known as the connecting piece. And the last one, which is elongated is known as the tail piece. The middle piece is responsible for providing energy to the sperms during its movement. Now let us discuss some of the function of different regions. First of all, beginning from the head portion. The head portion, 1/3 to 2/3 head portion is generally covered by the acrosome region, and this acrosome region has periacrosomal space. An acrosome is responsible for helping in penetration at the time of fertilization. Complete head region has elongated nucleus. In the middle piece are present two centrioles. The proximal centriole, which is generally found embedded in the depression, which is the distal depression of the head region. The distal centriole is present just behind it. The middle portion consists of large number of mitochondria, and in some cases the mitochondrial spiral is also present. While as far as the tail region is concerned, it has an axial filament in which the microtubules or the microfibers are arranged in 9+2 arrangement, as we have seen in the structure of a cilium or a flagellum. So structurally the tail of a sperm is similar to the structure of a flagellum. Now what is a spermatogenic cycle and how it happens? Beginning with this flow chart. First, the cells of the germinal epithelium, which are known as the primordial germ cells. These germ cells undergoes mitotic cell division, thereby producing large number of sperm cells. Some of these sperm cells act as stem cells, and they again responsible for increasing the number of sperm mother cells or spermatogonia. It means they do not undergo the process of spermatogenesis. The remaining cell undergoes mitosis. It means they enters the process of spermatogenesis, thereby increasing their numbers up to 24 spermatocytes, which are diploid. It means 2n number of chromosomes are present in them. In case of human being, it is 46. Now these 24 spermatocytes then undergo meiosis first, and after the formation of 48 secondary spermatocytes, these 48 secondary spermatocytes then undergoes the meiosis 2, which is similar to mitosis, and produce 96 spermatids. So altogether 96 spermatids are produced, which are haploid. Now these 96 spermatids are basically immotile, and they undergo a process which is known as the spermiogenesis. It means metamorphosis of spermatid into mature spermatozoa. So 96 mature spermatozoa are formed during a spermatogenic cycle. Now the reductional division in the case of human being lasts about several weeks, while the meiosis 2 in human being lasts for about 8 hours, and the entire spermatogenic cycle in human beings takes approximately 64 days. The maturing spermatids remain attached by cytoplasmic bridges as they mature. Now this is what we have already discussed, is shown here in the chart. So the different stages in spermatogenesis can be divided into 3 phases. First, the multiplication phase or the proliferation phase. The second one is the growth phase. Third one is the maturation phase. And as we know, after the maturation phase, the spermatids are formed, and these spermatids then undergo the spermiogenesis. So we will discuss about this topic into two lectures. In the first lecture, we will discuss up to the formation of spermatids. Now first, the multiplication phase, which is also known as proliferation phase. During this phase, the primordial germ cells that form the outer layer of the seminiferous tubules undergoes several mitotic division to form large number of spermatogonia, which are known as the sperm mother cells. And as I have already told you, there are two types of spermatogonia. The type 1, the stem cell, which are dark and non-cyclic cells, and type B spermatogonia, which undergo the process. The growth phase. During this phase, the spermatogonia increases their size by accumulation of nutrition in the cytoplasm. The nucleus imbibes material, enlarging considerably and becomes ready for meiotic division, and the spermatocytes are now called as primary spermatocytes. So up to primary spermatocytes, the number of chromosomes are diploid, it means 2n, and in case of human being it is 46. The maturation phase. A primary spermatocyte completes the first meiotic division, which is known as the first maturation division, with the formation of two equal haploid cells called the secondary spermatozoa. These secondary spermatocytes, which have only unpaired chromosome, it means as a result of meiosis first, which is a reductional division, the number of chromosomes are reduced to half. Due to crossing over during meiosis first, the exchange of chromosomal segment takes place between the homologous chromosomes, which later on leads to the variation among the individuals of a particular species. The secondary spermatocytes undergo the second meiotic division, that is the second maturation division, to produce 4 equal haploid spermatids, 4 from each primary spermatocyte, and each spermatid has only one set of chromosomes. It means here the homologous chromosomes are totally unpaired in normal circumstances. Now we can summarize what we have studied about the spermatogenesis. First, the undifferentiated spermatogoa, which includes the stem cells, then the differentiating spermatogonia, which undergoes 6 divisions, and there is formation of 24 primary spermatocytes, which is diploid. Then the primary spermatocyte undergoes the process of meiosis, which has two clear-cut phases. First, the meiosis first, which is the reductional division, and second, the meiosis second, which is equal to mitosis or equatorial division, and as a result of which there is formation of 4 immobile oval or rounded spermatids, which are haploid. It means consist of half the number of chromosomes which are present in the primary spermatocyte or initially in the spermatogonium. This finishes the first part of my lecture on spermatogenesis. Thank you.